Hey guys, it's your boy M.K.S here, back in another video with part two, obviously, of my imaginations, dreams, plans, and ideas for Italian football. I've been procrastinating quite a while because I've been trying to think of something new to talk about or to cover compared to my older videos. So I've been a bit sort of nervous in trying to get this or trying to push myself to make this video. So anyway, I hope some people out there enjoy it and it's not too cringeworthy. And as ever, I'd love to hear your feedback, any ideas or suggestions you have, or any thoughts you have about football or Italian football or this video specifically, or whatever you want to comment in the comment section. And I appreciate your support of this channel as ever. And yeah, so sorry for any subscribers of my channel who are not big fans of football, but I do wish to talk about some of my passions like football. So anyway, here goes. So I'll try not to waffle too much. So as I say, this is continuing on from part one, and I often do these list form videos for whatever reason, because I like to I like my channel to be a bit different to other channels and a bit more sort of creative or original compared to not necessarily more creative than other channels, but different basically anyway, and that sort of thing. So yeah, I hope you enjoy my quirkiness, as I often say. And so here goes. So as I say, continuing on from part one, please check out if you haven't already done so, and I appreciate your support as ever. Here goes. So number 11, I would love to have like a think tank. I would love for Italians to have like a think tank for Italian football, both the national team, grassroots, the national team, grassroots, the lower levels, and also Serie A, or the higher levels of Italian football. So all the way from park football all the way to amateur, and then even professional, and then even the top level of Italian football and the national team as well. So they can sort of discuss ideas about how to make things better and to recruit the best possible players, the most possible investment, offering like things like tax exemption, which I've talked about before. So I hope I in my imagination, Italy would provide those tax exemptions and general financial incentives, and bring in like the wealthiest possible investors, so that they can maybe even compete with each other. Like one of my imaginations is people like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, even people like Bill Gates or Steve Ballmer, or people like that, or Larry Ellison, or all sorts of billionaires like that around the world, the world's billionaires, or Fortune 500 companies owning different Italian teams, or owning shares in different Italian teams. So it could be even like multi-company ownership, so that they would invest as much money as possible and compete with each other, just like billionaires compete with like space travel or buying yachts or things like that. They would compete to invest in Italian football specifically. So yeah, I'd love to see, as I've said before, like investment into Italian football and Celtic as much as possible. That's one of my imaginations or dreams. And also, as I say, a think tank with maybe even like people like Mancini and Vialli, who have transformed the national team. They could talk about how to improve Serie A or the club teams as well. So talking about how that could change. And like, I'd love to see what club teams could learn from the national team as well about becoming more attacking. And I'd love to see managers like Pep Guardiola, Thomas Tuchel, and managers like that somehow come to Italy, I suppose, with a lot of investment. I suppose money talks, as they say, so they would probably be interested, and they could bring their own philosophy, so they can make Italian football more entertaining or attacking and attractive in that sort of way, and bring it back to some of the glory days. Number 12, I'd love to see like the fact that Italy won the Euros recently, and have won like 4 World Cups and 2 Euros, and are known as one of the most successful countries in football, and also Serie A, historically the Italian league, obviously the Italian top league, the top league in Italy has had a lot of success in the past. So hopefully that success can be recreated through looking at like what Italian football does well, and obviously keep that going, as well as making the changes. Also looking at what Italian football does well, so they don't actually lose some of the positive things like the defensive work. So a lot of strikers or other players might want to come and test themselves in the Italian league, because they will see that by doing so they can really enhance their reputation, and also like test themselves against the best players. So historically, as Italian defense is known to be so good, a lot of the best strikers in the world, like Ronaldo, the old Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo, players like that, played in Italy, because they as well as the fact that back then Italian teams offered a lot of money. I think the other thing was that they could test themselves against the best defenders like Nesta, Maldini, and players like that. So I think that it would be great to see those great attacking players come back once again to Serie A. I would love to see like players like Messi and Ronaldo to come back as well. Ronaldo was in Serie A, obviously the Portuguese Ronaldo come back. But yeah, so looking at how to continue to improve and again bring in the best possible managers like Pep Guardiola and Thomas Tuchel and other people like that who have a great track record, and see what Italian football can learn from other leagues as well. Number 13. Part of me can't really imagine a lot of these things happening, or imagine Serie A getting the same brand value or marketing value and the same sort of appeal as the Premier League, the EPL, English Premier League. But I think it would be pretty cool if Italian football did get that sort of exposure. So hopefully it'll be better than I could imagine, really. So that's one of my dreams. Number 14, it'd be great if Italian football also solved problems like global warming, climate change, natural disasters, diseases, and all that kind of thing through football, like solve things like poverty or even things like child abuse or domestic abuse, or like even through football, like taught young Italians through football to like be anti-violent, tackled prejudice, hooliganism, or violence generally, or crime, or even, as I say, domestic violence, and like basically taught young guys that it's not right to hit their partners or things like that. So I think it'd be great if football taught people to treat each other well and respect each other and help each other as much as possible. Solving those problems with football I think would be great. Number 15, because of COVID, like a lot of football was cancelled, and it was difficult to get people to be able to practice football. Like even a lot of leagues, including Serie A, was cancelled for a long time. So I do fear those times could come back, like if COVID does spread a bit more, or something else goes wrong like that. So I hope that somehow Italians will find ways to practice, like even on YouTube. There's lots of videos about how people can practice indoors or things like that in case there's another lockdown or whatever. So hopefully they can still keep fit and look at diets to improve the game. Again, I think it'd be great if there was a think tank that brought Italian footballers and former Italian great footballers like Roberto Baggio, Cannavaro, Nesta, Maldini, and players like that in different positions as well. Even Buffon, if and when he retires, which will probably be quite soon, because he's quite old as well. So I think older players and former players, players coming towards the end of their career, I think it'd be great if they taught the younger players and worked together on that goal of developing young players to help Serie A hopefully become number one again, and hopefully new owners, sponsors, and people like that will be encouraged to outline their vision about how to help Italian football become number one. Number 16, again, I think it'd be great to see how Italian football can market itself and brand itself to bring in those multi-billionaires like the Fortune 500 companies and some of the biggest companies in the world, and their owners, obviously, and sponsors investing as much money into Italian football as possible, as I say, to bring in the best managers, coaches, players, and whatever else a football team needs in terms of its costs, and hopefully to continue to have those investments in Italian football. Number 17, including for youth development. I think that would be that's also an important thing to like continue to develop young players. So I think it'd be great. Again, part of me can't quite imagine it, like the negative side of me, or the side that for whatever reason can't imagine it. Can't really imagine that these things happening, but I think it would be pretty cool to for these things that I think about happening to actually happen, like that investment and investing in young players. See so many young Italian players come through, which hopefully, as I say, will help the team in the longer term. Number 18, in the past there was like a rumor that Bernard, or now if I pronounce his name right, the French billionaire who's said to be one of the richest people in the world, was going to buy AC Milan, but unfortunately that was said to be a rumor. So, but I would love to see his company LVMH, I think it's called, or whatever that stands for, and other people like that investing in clubs like AC Milan and even like rivals. Like I think it'd be interesting if Inter Milan and AC Milan both had like multi-billionaire owners, super wealthy owners who competed against each other to see who could invest the most. And that was quite an exciting thing that I read, but unfortunately it was said to be a rumor. But some people, for whatever reason, took those reports quite seriously. Like the rumor went quite far, so a lot of people believe that AC Milan was actually going to be bought by Bernard Arnault. So hopefully he is planning to buy it, but maybe keeping it quiet. But I might hang on to hope. But yeah, so I think it would be pretty cool. I'd say if he bought AC Milan as one of the richest people in the world, I think it would. It is quite a glamorous club, so it would fit his brand. And I think it'd be great if the PIF or others invested in Inter Milan or different clubs like that. So different Italian clubs had those sorts of, as I say, investments. And again, I think it would fit their brand. And hopefully the PIF will continue to make more money as well, so that they would invest even more money. According to a rumor in the past that Bernard Arnault was going to buy AC Milan, there was a rumor, as I say, that he was going to bring, I think it was Pep Guardiola as a manager, and then we were going to get people like Mbappe, Messi, and players like that. So I think that would have been quite an exciting thing, and I hope it does happen in the future somehow. Even though apparently it was supposedly part of a scam or something like that, but maybe it will somehow inspire him to buy AC Milan. I think AC Milan is quite a luxurious company, and as a football team, it's kind of like a company as well. So I think, in my opinion, but obviously I'm a bit biased as a fan of Italian football, but I think it would be pretty cool if, as I say, wealthy owners like that bought Italian teams. And number 19, again, I think it would be important to offer tax and other such financial incentives to bring them to invest in Italian football and buying in those great players. And number 20, again, I think it'd be great if those players were ambassadors for the club and also for the clubs, and also taught the younger players, and hopefully that would benefit both the club teams and the national team. And also, like as I said before, like former players hopefully will mentor and coach the younger players and train them up to be as good as possible, and also like have academies across Italy for young players as well, as I say, to develop a young exciting stars. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, as I say, and please let me know what you think, and I'm out. Peace out.